Police say that an argument involving family members started at a nearby bar just before 1 a.m., but it all ended here in this parking lot when police say that two security guards shot and killed 33-year-old Patrick Charles. Now, there is some debate on how the two security guards handled this. Surveillance video shows the moments before Patrick Charles lost his life. Metro police say Charles opened fire when his sister's boyfriend drove away in a car following an argument. Police say this is when private security guards opened fire after watching everything from afar.
I ran towards him. That's when he fell, and I grabbed him. I was holding his head. I was holding his head and I was holding his body.
Charles' pregnant fiance rushed to his side as bystanders and an off-duty EMT tried to save his life.
He took his last breath. He said, "I love you." I said, "Babe, save your breath. Just look at me. Just look at me." His eyes kept rolling back in tears. I'm just like, look at me, look at me. It's going to be okay. Stay with me.
Fox 17 met with his family, who are now demanding that the two security guards be held accountable.
They need to be charged, need to be arrested.
The family believes that the security guards could have de-escalated the situation differently, but one security expert who has no association with these guards believes they had no other choice.
People are going to ask that question. Why did they stay up on the porch? Like, why did they not go over there? So if we went over there and this guy's already in the train of thought to produce a firearm, well, what if he produced it on them?
Jack Bird with Solarian Risk Management breaking down the surveillance footage with us today.
For them to sit there and not do anything unequivocally, in my opinion, would have been worse. If he takes 25 steps this way, there's thousands of people. Thousands. If they let him stay there, keep shooting a gun, what if he takes off that way?
So far, no one faces charges in this case.
Nashville's busy Music Row, people flocking to this strip of bars on Demumbrian Street for a night out. But Metro police say an argument between a woman, her brother, and her boyfriend broke out as the group was leaving the Vibes Bar and Lounge. I spoke to the club's manager.
They were upset, arguing amongst themselves. Make it down to this parking lot right here.
Police say 33-year-old Patrick Clark fired his gun in a nearby parking lot, according to MNPD, aiming at the car that his sister's boyfriend was leaving in. Two private security guards monitoring the altercation, then opening fire on Clark. The guards said they were acting in defense of others in the area. Fox 17 getting a hold of this surveillance video showing the moments Clark, with his shirt off, was shot. We're pausing it right before he was struck by a bullet. You see Patrick Clark seemingly aim the gun in the air. Seconds later, he hits the ground.
I'm sad. I cried all the way here.
Clark's aunt, driving from Georgia after hearing her nephew had died, tells us she was on the phone with him just last night.
I didn't come here for nothing. And trust and believe we're going to get justice on this situation.
Others on Music Row at the time of the shooting thankful for their timing in missing the gunfire.
And so while we were eating, I started to hear gunshots and see people sprinting in the opposite direction. Back this morning to get it, definitely not thinking that my car would have been affected at all, but there was a bullet hole and the glass on the top of my windshield was shattered.